Monsters Abound here, and welcome to Age of Wonders 4 and the new DLC, Thrones of Blood, which as parasitic, blood-drinking parasites who just won't die. No, not tech bro billionaires, but vampires. Thank you very much for Paradox for giving me a key and potentially sponsoring this video. I'm not 100% sure if they will or not yet, but if they do, great, and if not, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, does it? Future Monsters Abound here, Paradox have indeed sponsored this video, so thank you very much to Paradox. And I should also mention that the base game is free to play from November 13th to November 17th, 2025, so head over to the Age of Wonders 4 Steam page and you can try the game out for yourself, if you like the look of this. So, I will apologise to Paradox though, because what they've basically done is they've created a DLC that allows me to manufacture my own goth girls. And I probably have spent more time than I should have in the character creator. But that's, look, that's my problem. Have I created a sexy mole vampire? Yes. I've been really trying, baby. Has that unlocked a new kink? That's for me to know and you to find out. Anyway, we're going to be playing the new... was a very sexy mole. We're going to be playing the... No, I mean, seriously very sexy. We're going to be playing the new story realm, which I've already completed once, one way, but there's multiple ways you can complete it, which is quite fun. So we're going to play as Rued Dravenia, and this is the new vampire story realm. And this is also a realm where you could only play a vampire character. So there are already some existing vampire characters, and I've got my Perdita X Dream. She's the vampire lady that I've created, and she is my pantheon. So we're going to be playing her. She is leading a horde of angry goat people who ride bats, because I thought that was a bit more thematic. We are the Dark Culture, and there is a patch coming alongside this DLC which adds new things to the Dark Culture. So we've now got two different cults under the Dark Culture. We've got the Cult of Tyranny, which gives all of our units a status resistance weakening aura thingy-majig, and through the Aura of Tyranny. And we also exploit vulnerability, so we can inflict status vulnerability, which reduces status, and it also has a chance of healing us with temporary hit points each time we attack, which is quite nice. However, we also have hostage diplomacy, so we cannot... Normally, factions in Age of Wonders 4 make friends through the power of orbs, but we don't make friends through a power of orbs. We instead have hostages. That's the two ways of making friends, either orbs or hostages. If you're having trouble making friends and you've tried orbs, why not try hostage don't try look, if you tell the police that I told you to try hostage diplomacy, I will deny all knowledge. So I mean, try it anyway. So we gain stability when executing heroes in our prison, so that's fun, and why not? And our unique city structures provide greatly increased gold at the cost of city stability. So, we like executing people or putting them in prison. We have options. It's all the colours of the rainbow in our dungeon. Good. Anyway, we've also got society traits. The traits we've picked are ritual cannibals and ruthless... Yes, I realise I might be drawing a picture here, and it's mostly a bad one, but don't worry. So basically, we make more gold, draft, food and mana whenever we kill someone, not to mention we can eat their corpses. Anyway, we've also got the Tomb of Blood Rites, which is the new tome. This gives us the Blood Altar, which gives us extra draft shenanigans. We get, like, the right of... Basically, there's a lot of stuff where we can do damage to ourselves and do damage to everyone else, or buff everyone else around us, all that kind of good stuff. There's also a blood cultist there, so he makes blood, and there's a whole thing. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We are an elder vampire, pure blood. You can also make a vampire of any race, including a sexy mole vampire, should you want to. But this is what I've settled on. Lovely Perdita, and there's loads of different options as well. So you could look at that. Isn't that nice? Like options. Or like the side, very nice. I did go with the thigh-high boots though, because you know I'm a simple man with simple pleasures, not just moles. I've got range. I've got range. Anyway, so that's what we're playing as. Let's jump in and get started.
Ages ago, In a time when the forces of elemental might roamed the cosmos, a prince betrayed his lover, and through this bloodshed was accursed. Thus arose a being of great power and allure, neither dead nor alive, who fed on the living and prospered in shadows. The first vampire. This vampire would spread his curse of power and damnation through his lethal kiss. Through this, he became the deathless god, a scourge who invaded and enthralled entire realms. And yet, after being born from betrayal, betrayal would be his downfall. For unrest rose from within. False love sealed the deathless god in a crypt, and the unrest that followed damned him and his entire realm to the world vault called Grexolis. As the first vampire was reduced to myth and legend, the vampires who remained were hunted down or fled into the shadows. But then, after ages of banishment, the realm of the undying first vampire emerged from Grexolis's oblivion. Few remembered the cruel, deathless god, but many vampires knew the myth of the blood reckoning, when the deathless god would awaken once more, and the age of vampires would begin. This is the story of the vampire who would bring forth this blood reckoning.
And here we are, Predator Extreme, a new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain, prepare to face your rivals, become master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new age of wonders. So we start with the Tomb of Bloodright. We are the Goat King with Dark Cult of Tyranny, Ritual of Cannibalism, Ruthless Raiders, Tough, Shrieking Bat Mounts, which is quite fun, and the Rites of Life Leeching, which will deal damage to one of our units but give everyone around that unit strengthen and lifesteal for 3 turns, and Rite of Bloodletting, which deals damage to a friendly unit but deals more damage to everyone around, including some bleed. And a quest before you spans a sunless realm of myth and legend, older than the oldest memories of even the most god-ear. Here the pure blood lineage long ago began and reached its historic zenith. In those bygone days, vampire kind ruled the blood-hungry dominion that terrorized the astral sea. Back then, all purebloods were united under an eternal emperor, now only remembered as the deathless god. Whether through hubris or betrayal, this dominion of terror ultimately crumbled and was banished into Grexolis for reasons long forgotten. None have since entered Rued Dravenia, not until now. As a destined night dawns at the distant howling of wolves, you are left to reflect upon the reason why you have come here. Why has Predator turned up? Options. We can say that I guess we've got daddy issues, because I guess the Deathless God would be big daddy vampire, right? So I guess maybe we want to just lean into daddy issues. Alternatively, we can try and purge the daddy issues and get an inspiring trait, which would be quite nice. Alternatively, we can get a emotional support bat. Or we could just, I don't know, pig out. I'm tempted to pig out because that will actually give us a rank up. I guess ranking up isn't going to be that difficult. Like, level 1 isn't that much experience, is it? It would give us a nice boost to start off with, though. Or we could just get the inspiring trait, which does mean we get double the morale bonus for killing an enemy. Let's finish the job. The Deathless God, first of all vampires, was long ago laid to rest upon this realm. He awaits the coming of one who still instigates a reckoning of blood. Hatred or beloved, the Deathless God is an enigma venerated by secretive blood cults throughout the ages. They long preach the coming of an event so named the Blood Reckoning, a time when Rued Dravenia returns from banishment and the hallowed blood of the Deathless God will either be spilled or once again reinstated to even greater glory. His crypt is said to lie beneath the blood-soaked mound of a shattered heart. Find it, for the one who unseals it shall decide the future fate of all vampire kind. The reckoning is at hand. Cool. Right, so here we are. We are starting... Where are we? Sort of top left, I guess. We've got a little objective marker down there. It's good to know, but we should probably start by cleaning out the surrounding area. I'm going to... Now, because we're kind of up in the corner here, I think we should scout this area out for prospective settlement locations. So we're going to send a little bat boy over there. It's all icy. I hate it. Never mind. Oh yeah, we should probably do building. Let's start off with a workshop because that will increase production, and we're going to recruit an immortal, which will be one of the units that we have available to start off with. So we have a warlock. That's a battle mage unit. He has weakening bolts, which inflicts exploit vulnerability, which obviously quite good for us because we will be able to then get the healing points, which is good. You've got Sundering Curse, which does Sundering defenses, exploits vulnerability, and Sundered resistance, so that'd be quite nice. We've got our immortal there. He's got a charge strike, so he only does one hit, but he can do one hit regardless of how far he moves. And this guy is also quite fun because he has lesser resurgence, which means we don't care if he dies. If he dies during a battle, he will just return at the end of the battle anyway, no problem. We've also got a pursuer, and this guy is pretty nice because he does have this reckless pursuit ability, which is basically a teleport. So he can teleport, use all 3 shots, which means he can get into a really good position to start off with, and that refreshes every time he does a kill. Okay, there is a little tower over there which I'm tempted to go for, but in the meantime, there is an accursed ogre and a pyromancer currently bothering some sheep. So let's go. I feel like we should go and save the sheep. Let's rescue some sheep. Never played Age of Wonders 4, then the battles are turn-based and they are a lot of fun. There's loads of stuff going on, loads of synergies to be had. It's a riot, it really is. It's great. I love these battles. So we can move up to we have 3 action points. We can move and then attack. Some abilities cost more action points, and some units can move further than others. For example, if we go on this guy, we can see that he can reach both of these guys, which would not be ideal. So I'm going to pull these guys back. So he can reach them, but I'm not overly concerned about that. What about you? Now, you could move up and shoot me, but you can't use Flame Strike, which is good. So I think I'm going to make you move up and attack me, because then I can do stuff. Perdita does have Blood Rights, which means she gets a... So this is her Pantheon ability, which means she can take 10 damage and gain an extra 40% damage for this turn, which obviously quite potent. She also has her Whiplash, so she can give people a good old whip there and on inflict bleeding. And she can also bite people, which will drain their health, or rather do damage and also give me some health as well, which is quite nice. So we're just going to chill here. I don't think they can reach anyone else. No, just those guys. In fact, I could move back, but they probably wouldn't. I'm just going to let him... I mean, the only problem might be that you could potentially... Well, no, you'll be in defensive stance, so it's fine. So everyone gets defensive mode, which gives them a little bit more tankiness. So you're going to do... Ooh, you're going to do a hit. And then you guys are probably going to move... I'm assuming you're going to throw fire at these guys. Would be my guess. Oh, no, they're going to do Perdita. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Well, that's not fine, but there we go. Right, we can shoot you in the back, and you are flanked. So that's going to do some good damage. I think what we might do is we might do a Sundering Curse on you. Like so. And then we're going to shoot you up the bum. Okay, excellent. And then we could hit you. So that gives you a little heal, which is quite nice. Now, I'm going to run up and attack these guys, because if I attack them, it means that they will have to run away to shoot me. I mean, I could bite them, but I haven't lost very much health, but I could bite them. It does do a lot of damage. Screw it, let's bite them. Nom! Sorry, I meant nom. Yummy! Well, they didn't like that one. Good. You guys, I think you'll probably be fine. And I think you guys are probably just going to have to try and run away. So we're all good, probably. Oh, he's going to run away. He's going over there to attack the bats. Okay, well, that's... Ow, ow, Jesus Christ. That's it. You take some damage. You run over there. Hopefully, you can only attack Predator? You can only attack Predator. Right. This is fine. We can win this one easily without losing anyone. Just kind of sucks that you decided to do that, but never mind. We can charge over there and pow! Down you go. You're dead. And can I just whip you to death for funsies? Oh, it's only a 65% chance to hit. Alright, may as well just go and stab them because there's no chance to hit when you just go up and stab someone. And there we go! So we get loads of resources for killing people because we like killing people. We get a ring of concealment so we can't be seen on the world map, and we get some more food. Let's open up the... Oh yeah, because we also... Right, because of one of our traits, we actually get a couple of magic items to start off with. So we've actually got Vicious Killer and Universal Camouflage. Which is... I mean, we've already got Inspiring Killer, thanks to the trait we took at the start. So, realistically, this does nothing. What else did we get then? We must have got something. It's usually two... Is it 2 items? I'm fairly sure it's 2 items. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I should also mention that Predator likes to dominate people. Ooh, a fire and roses. As you travel through Rue Dravenia, a faint scent catches your attention. It smells of fire and roses and passion. Your attention shifts the strange scent, and as you focus, you start hearing a voice, a faint whisper on the wind. Vampire, my prince, find me, where we fought, where we fell, where my blood touched your lips. Find me. The voice whispers, a scent almost irresistible. Return to me, my prince. I mean, obviously we're going to follow it. A strange voice calling out to me? Pfft, I'd be silly not to follow it into the dark. Seems like a sensible thing to do. Okay, options. So we can make sure that our magic attacks or units can do extra physical damage and also get a chance to do bleed, which is quite nice. We could also do a fleshed carved runes, which gives our units more hit points on the world map, and our attacks and debuffs ignore 1 status resistance per stack of bleeding on the target. Both of these work quite well with our current trait because 1, we can make our magic attacks do bleeding, which obviously then reduces the status resistance, which then means our healing attack things hit more often. So realistically, the synergy here is, oh, it's off the charts, and that's fantastic. So I think what we're going to start with is probably go with this one, because that's just, you know, that's just like do more damage, and I like doing more damage. And you are just going to stay there. We're recruiting someone, but that's going to take 4 turns, so we're just going to end our turn and wait for everyone else to do their thing. Okay, now we could go on the attack, but we are a bit beaten up. It depends what these guys, 1 and 1. Okay, actually taking that out probably wouldn't be too difficult. What I might do is actually, I might grab the research post here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because we're going to be in that territory. So we're going to grab this. Oh, there is an infestation over there, so we do need... Infestations are areas of monsters that will expand over time, and they're currently asleep, because you can see, because they're like having a little snooze there. Once they wake up, they'll start sending stacks at you, and they can actually get quite nasty. Okay, let's take out these guys. Can we just auto-resolve that? We can indeed. Lovely stuff. Get a boar mount. Okay. And mana. I don't think I cannot ride a boar because I have the right. In fact, I've already got a seeking bat mount, but that doesn't matter, does it? Right, okay. So we've already started with the Night Lord benefit, which means while in sunless, underground, or gloom, this unit has 20% damage, and we also get natural regeneration, which means we heal 10% of our hit points as temporary hit points at the end of our turn. Vampires obviously get their own trait tree there, as well as the that's our Pantheon ability. But you also get your signature skills. Vampires are that you can make them incredibly hard to kill, like nigh on impossible to actually take down. It's pretty great, I'm not going to lie. So we could potentially get stunning. Now, stunning drain would mean that our blood drain ability has a 60% chance to inflict stunned, which is quite nice. Alternatively, we could get blink, but it does only leave us with one action point, although that action point could be, you know, to chow down, so that's not a bad idea. We could also get unholy leader. Now, currently we don't have any undead to lead, so it wouldn't be worth. I'm tempted to get blink, but I think stunning drain, because the ability to like lock a unit down for a turn is too good not to take, in my opinion. Okay, let's head over this way. We're going to have a look what's going on over here. Okay, so we've got a little magic material over there. So that's like a resource that we could pick up, which would be quite handy. You are just going to stay there so you can heal up. I'm tempted to leave you for like another turn. The other thing I could do is like hurry recruitment here. And we've got enough money, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, join up with them. We'll leave you for a turn, and then you can go and take out that next turn. Good. I'm also going to grab... you know what? I wouldn't mind like another outrider, potentially. What do you actually do? Like, what's your... Oh, you've got Farsight. You've got +1 vision range. And you infiltrate. Gain 2 vision when in enemy domains. Okay. I mean, sure. Do I get another outrider just to go and look around? Nah, I'm going to get a pursuer. Okay, so we've got another infestation down there. I'm kind of looking for a place that would be good for another city, and this is starting to look interesting over here. Go and beat up some boars and a warg. We'll just auto-resolve that one. Don't think that's going to be particularly... Yeah, no worries. Oh, we've got a Bone Wyvern mount. I mean, obviously we can't use it because our current weapon doesn't allow us to. But... at some point in the future, someone's going to get a Bone Wyvern. How exciting. Okay, alright. Yeah, like this area is looking pretty good for a nice little settlement. Could slap something down there. Options. How close is our... Okay, so we could spend 15... We do get quite a lot of Imperium. So I'm going to rush this. I'm going to slap down a gold mine here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because the Elder Vampire Governor, when you get to tier 3 of their renowned, you get 2 Imperium per mine, which is pretty nice. So the more mines we have, the better. I kind of want to deal with you, because you're sitting on a gold mine. And there's some mana over there, which I also wouldn't mind. Oh, there's actual water. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've ever seen water on this map before. Okay, we're going to get Sanguine Focus, which is going to give us physical damage and a base chance to inflict bleeding for all of our battle mage units. Currently that's 1 unit, but hey, eventually might be more. Blood Drinking Blades would also give us physical damage when striking units with bleeding. We'll get a heal for 2 temporary hit points. Obviously, that would work quite nicely with our already like getting heal points for doing damage. So, I mean, that's quite nice there. Tyrannical Exploitation means we no longer gain allegiance, but vassal income is increased by 20% for each point of allegiance income instead. Now, that is quite nice, but it does require us to have a vassal, and currently we don't have a vassal. So let's get Blood Drinking Blades instead. And we're going to go with a Stonemason to increase our production, because I feel like having bigger production means we can build more stuff quicker. Okay, yeah, I'm... Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, Hollow. So we met Baron Milan Shadowbiter. So he is basically, every time you start a game, you always get like a free city. And this is our free city. Now these guys, obviously we have no way of making friends with them. Well, we do, but it's by kicking the shit out of them and taking the people that they sent us and locking them up in prison as hostages, and then making friends that way. Do I advise you make friends that way? Well, just see how it works for you. Now, we could get knowledge per hero defeating combat, maybe defeating an investigation. I mean, we could potentially grab these at some point, but I don't think there's desperate need to do it right now. We could go and deal with these guys. It works for me. Ooh, we get a lightning sword. Do I want a lightning sword? I don't know. It looks quite neat. It does have lightning. It also is the exploit vulnerability. That's part of just our ability, isn't it? Okay, don't worry about it. I mean, it's probably better, right? What does this one? It's tier 1, 15 damage. That one does 18 damage. We don't get the whip, but fuck it. We also get a shield as well, which is nice. And we can ride a bone wyvern. Double win. Okay, that's what we're doing. Lovely. So we can reduce the cooldown of our blood drain ability by 1 turn. I mean, that draining bite is 36 damage. It has a 60% chance to stun. It's got 3 turns cooldown. So that'd be 2 turns cooldown. So every 2 turns we could do that. The other option is we could get the draining charm and have a chance of inflicting mind controlled instead of stunned, which is very tempting. We can also get mesmerizing drain, which means we get mind controlled, which lasts until the end of combat. All of that is really nice, particularly because we reduce status defense. So effectively we can make our chance to dominate people much better by getting that. And also we're like a big dommy mummy. So the more people we dom, the more renowned I get. I'm going to be renowned for doming. Indeed. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to I'm going to grab you. You're going to come in here. Come and join us. Then we got a full stack. Very nice. You are just going to keep floating around. Now, I don't know if it's worth putting a city here. There's a free city there. I think it probably is, actually. I mean, depending... I might have a look around here. See, like, maybe go south a little bit. Maybe come down here. But what I need to do is start a fight with them and then just start killing their armies. Let's get another immortal because I do think they're neat. Okay, let's go. We'll go for that little tower thingy majig there. Oh, hello. Okay, you come over here. You are going to come down here. I want to kill off this infestation as well before it starts doing shenanigans. But the sooner we start a fight with that city up there, the better. Okay, you come down here. Great bird nest. There is more magic materials there. So this is, I mean, I'm feeling like this is not a bad position. We've got the Echoing Abyss there as well, which gives more Imperium mana and research. I like that. I like that a lot. There's also a place down here which we could potentially go and explore. I mean, underground, not amazing for us, but it is fine. Vampire rulers like this sunless terrain here. You can actually build a building really early on which will expand your sunless terrain if you want to. Obviously terrain like this out here, not sunless, and therefore we get a debuff. But we don't really have to worry about that too much. Baleful Curse is going to reduce, it's going to give Weakened and Misfortune. And 1 hex radius. Mark of Tyranny we don't really need. I'm going to grab this one. So do we want to go and have a look at this? I may as well. Let's go and have a look what's going on over there. You are going to come down here. Yeah, I'm like... there's another... Okay, so we've got Archon Bloods, Astral Dew. Now, these will give extra... These will give resources, won't they? Yeah, so it'll get 10 mana and 10 research. That's pretty nice. I think that's tempting. That is very tempting. Two predators crossing. A foul mortal stench enters your nostrils and a dark stalking figure appears in sight. I know a vampire when I see one. Keeping her hand close to a weapon, she nonetheless regards you with a dark smile. You are not from around here, are you? I reckon you also seek to uncover the so-called deathless god of yours, no? Well, so do I. Chief Huntress Griselda. My reasons require no explanation, I expect. If you are able to slay this deathless god, then I have an offer to make, she proposes, slowly lowering her arms. Listen to the offer for now. Griselda returns you a thin, honest smile. Thank you for hearing me out. I'll get to the point. My research tells me that the crypt of this deathless god is locked with a blood rite cast by his consorts, explained Griselda. Most of those fled the realm before it was sealed, save two. Princess Consort Mavelith and Prince Consort Witorak. So they stand in our way. Fortunately, they also hate each other's guts. So if you want to open that crypt, this is what we do. Declare war on both Mavelith and Witorak, announces Griselda grimly. So I know I can trust you. We kill the consorts, get their blood, slay Vatoth Goth once and for all. What do you say? I say I will think about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have options. Okay, let's get some sheep. Tasty sheep. And that... Ooh, that's an experience thing, isn't it? I think. I could dom you, but I don't have the thrall, so I guess we'll attack you because experience. Cheers, me dear. Oh, it's draft. Let's get another immortal because you can't go wrong with immortals. They're so sacrificable. Blood drinking blades for all. Then you, hello, you, come here. Come down here. Okay, so we need to clear out these infestations before they become active. Do I want to recruit? I might leave that generating food for a minute. But I might also come down towards the shattered rosewood of the Enderlion. Following the blood rivers upstream, my orcs found the literal heart of the Sunless Lands, beating within a trunk of defiled world tree. Soon after, they succumbed to the blood parasites devoured from the inside. Oh, that's fun. Some say the heart's infection is a curse from ancient times. Others call it the vile progeny of the vampiric cult. Me, I call it perfection. Ah, Carissa the Red, you truly are a crazy bitch. Right, we get options here. So, we want to recruit someone. There's a Warlock there, which is fine. Battle Saints are terrible. Elementals are okay. Death Knights are okay. Warriors are better, though. What are you, a Fortifying Governor? Meh. Recruiting Governor? Scholarly Governor is good. You are an Elementalist, though. Well, maybe I don't mind people casting magic. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? What have you got? Anything fun? Frostblast. Go on then. So we get to embrace them and make them vampires. There we go. Spoopy. Okay, you go and lead that little army. And we are going to want to build the Dread Spires. Let's go and build that one. So I would like to see what's going on. I might recruit another scout potentially. Let's do that. Let's get an Outrider so that we can see what's going on. We're going to buff Oral Immortals so they can steal more blood. And apparently, in that guy's case, get more hair. And then we need to find this quest marker. We need to find the voice. Which apparently is around here somewhere. Now this will, handily, give us food and mana. A farm in this province gains +5 knowledge, additional income, which is quite nice. And if we have 3 of them, then we get the parasitic contamination, which means every turn all enemies units with bleeding have a 60% chance of suffering blood parasite, which is fun. for me. Oh, food. Didn't even realise there was food there. That's nice. Right, is this the... No, I take it that is. So we need to expand a little bit more before we can grab that one. Is there any other resources we can get apart from this one, which is gold? I will take gold because gold means we can build stuff and also recruit more stuff, all of which is pretty handy. Okay, can we find this friggin... There we go. You have found the source of the alluring call you heard before. The scent of roses and ashes grows stronger. Not long after, a faint figure appears before you. My prince, she pauses. You are not my pale prince, but you carry his curse. My curse, she wails. Oh, what have I done? She turns to you and gestures a shattered rosewood of underlion. This is where we fought. This is where I cursed him, where we betrayed each other. The ghost sighs. The scent of roses almost overwhelms you. How beautiful we were. How passionate our love. Oh, okay. Well, tell me more. Ghost continues, I was a witch blessed by chaos. He was a prince favoured by shadow. Ah, I get it. So, like, he was a punk. She did ballet. Yeah, my prince, he grew roses of glass, so beautiful roses. We fell in love. I gave him everything, and yet he would not. He spared no rose for me. Why would he keep them from me? Our love turned to ash, and so I decided to take what he would not give. I betrayed him. Those beautiful roses turned to blood glass, which is the new magic themmagic. Forever out of my reach, she wails, lost in agony. Why did he keep the roses away from me? Why? Why? I will claim blood glass for you. So now we need to find some blood glass. Handily, some spawns right here. That's nice. Blood glass gives us more draft and also a unique global effect. So units gain 5 hit point regeneration per world map turn, which again, very handy. Means our units will replenish very quickly and we don't have to wait around to heal. Which is good because I get bored waiting around to heal. We also get flesh carved ruins, which also gives us more hit points. Yes. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get a blood cultist. Oh, there's more gold. Yeah, we could potentially expand down there as well. Cities can grow pretty big, actually. If you're playing as the what is it? Is it there's I think one of the is it the green ones? I think gives you even more extra reach, I think. Yeah, 2 provinces further from the center. Like your cities can be sprawling. Get you over here. Now, can we build roads? Because I love building roads. Not yet. Okay, well, take that under advisement. Let us build a lovely tavern, because that will lead on to the bathhouse, which makes people happy, which is something we kind of struggle with unless we've got people to stab. That's what being evil is all about. Ooh, blood throat. The fuck? Okay, whatever. Good-o. You guys, you come over here, because we need to clear this guy out, at which point I think we're going to go north. Maybe declare war on these guys, maybe try to set up a city around here somewhere. Not sure yet. We might need to clear out the infestations before we do that, though. That's probably the sensible thing to do. Ah, the Dormant Labyrinth. So, this is this where we need to go? I think so. We need to go somewhere to get, like, one of the roses for the 2 vampire factions. And I think that's the location we need to go. So at least it's nice and close. Yeah, you can see the little... Oh no, maybe it's there. Maybe it's down there. Or is that just where one of the vampire factions is? I think that might be where one of them... Let's go and have a look. We will remain concealed. There's Mavelith. That is one of the opposing vampires. I say opposing, they don't have to be opposing. You can work with them if you want to. This story mission has got options, which I like. Okay, we need to pick a new tome. I am going to... Now, I'm tempted to go with alchemy, because that will give us effects like... Yeah, you see, this would be quite nice. Weakened as well would be quite nice. We could get buffs as well. The Afflictor has miasma shot, which gives afflicting miasma, which again does inflicted, which is quite nice. 2 negative status effects, but 2 status protection. I kind of want something that's going to remove status. So, I mean, having gone through everything, I feel, because I like the Afflicted, because that's going to do bleed, which we do kind of like in general. So I'm going to go with the Tome of Alchemy, I think.
The perfect alchemical formula requires an equal measure of both time and fortune.
Indeed it does. Should we go with Mysterious Tonic? We don't have any support units. I'm get, you know what, let's go with Disperse Afflicting Miasma. Let's go with that one. We'll get Flesh Carved Runes. And we don't have any Whispering Stones. Tier 1 units getting experience 50% faster. I do kind of like that. Do kind of like that vibe. Ooh, indeed. Then we can go and have a look around. Okay, so you haven't spotted us yet, so that hasn't propped that little ability. We've got the Blood Cultist. Can we recruit a Blood Cultist? I wouldn't mind a Blood Cultist. We could get a Warlock. We could get a Blood Cultist. Should we get a Blood Cultist? I do yeah, let's get a Blood Cultist. Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right, you go over there. You need to come and join us because that army is quite strong. Where did I... Okay, you're over there. Let's bring you over to a fifth. Tell you what, go down there. You can come and join us. You... Ooh, there's more food. Yoink. Let's grab the food. We got another province. We should definitely grab this one because it's going to give us more draft, not to mention more research, which is all very although if we grab no, let's get this because then we will complete that quest, which is kind of what we want to do anyway. So let's do that. You're going to give them the slip and just scamper over. Oh, hello there. Strange shadows blind your senses when a sharp whisper enters your inner ear. What is this I find? An unfamiliar elder vampire roving my realm after all this time? From the deepest darkness appears a terrifying shape of arch-vampire, Princess Consort Mavelith the Grave Archdam, fabled author of the Tome of Torment and first wife of the deathless god himself. She inspects you with a predatory gaze and lifts her chin and produces a faint fanged grin. Suddenly your chest starts to ache. It appears she is casting some sort of spell on you. Princess Consort Mavelith, her male-faceted stare, probes your sights and pricks your very heartstring. Tell me, my sweet, what brings you to my domain? To awaken the Death God, which will do me some damage, but will give me enough experience to rank up. I can remain silent. Like I said, it's none of your business, which increases her relations of me, but does reduce me to 1 hit point. I can resist a spell, but I don't have the mana. Or I can say I've come for your blood and change our status to war. I mean, look. We're both sexy vampires. We should be friends. That's none of your business. Consort Mavelith erupts into a tittering cackle. Oh, how delightful. Your petty resistance is simply irresistible. I must have more of it. Yes, I've decided you may stay, grins Princess Consort Mavelith. Doubtlessly, you came here to unseal that stinking crypt of my rotting husband, but in order to do that, one first needs my exalted blood, with which that place is thoroughly sealed. However, if you so intend to slay the wretched bastard, then I might be open to make a little trade. If you want my blood, then bring me the obsidian rose from his crumbling palace, lay it before my feet. The offer is made, little elder. I'll be watching you. Ta-ta. I will consider this. Ugh. Got no health. Luckily, we're healing up pretty quickly. But we also leveled up twice, apparently, which is nice. So we can unlock our first stitches thing, which means we can get unsustainable block damage. So we can get blood empowerment, which is kind of like a blood right, but also separate, which means we could, in one turn, use blood empowerment to get 50% damage, and then also blood right to get 40% damage, and then bite someone. Not to mention, your next attack deals... No, that's temporary. Blood recovery. Do we get blood recovery as well? Recovered when killing a unit with... Yeah, so we get... Yeah, so I mean, we could take that. Night Swarm does a Bat Swarm thing, which is fine. Dreadful 2 torment, status vulnerability. It does last until the end of combat, which is not the worst thing. It's quite good. Plus we get Tyrant. Desecrator. Dark Sacrament. You get options here, but I'm going to go Hemomancer just for the... I'm just going to absolutely fucking wail on you. We've already got Inspiring Killer, and I don't really care about Purging Strike, so we're going to ignore that, but I am going to get Mesmerizing Drain. So let's grab that. And I'm also going to grab Deep Hunger to reduce... Oh god, we got another skill. We get Mist Away. When this unit's hit points reduced to 0, it's displaced by 3 hexes and heals 20 hit. That could potentially keep us alive. So we're going to grab that. All pretty good. And we're finally in range, although we have fuck all hit points. Maybe it's worth... Oh, and we're outside. Crap. Okay, hang on. If I do this, and then do... shall we get a farm? Actually, what? Hang on. What would be useful for our thingamajigs? Province Improvement. Okay. Adjacent farm. Okay. It's probably more useful over there, to be honest. But screw it. Let's get a forester because it will potentially speed up some of the building, and also we will get some hit points back. Also, we can get Fleshcard runes. Goddamn Mavelith. But at the moment, Mavelith kind of likes us. See, indifferent. Could be worse. Could be better. Could be worse. Oh, there's the Blood Emperor's Rose Pat. Right, that's where we need to go. And there's his crypt right there. So there's the Deathless God's crypt. There's the Rose Palace. That's where we need to go and get the rose. That's where we need to go and get the crypt. To open the crypt, we need the rose. Alternatively, we could kill the vampires. But it's probably easier just to go into the palace and raid it, to be honest. Okay, we've got enough hit points that I can safely do this now. Okay, let's pop you up in this foliage. We will advance the 2 immortals because we don't care what happens to them, and everyone else is just going to chill, I think, for a minute. Well, we could move everyone up a little bit. I kind of want to be in range so I can do a nice big hit. Not to mention, like, if we do a draining bite, we could, like, look at these guys. Blood cultists. Now, if we dom someone until the end of the battle and they survive, we get the chance to keep them. So, you know, options. Okay, let's move you guys up. Stay in the trees. Swing you around there. Something like that. Okay. Again, I do not care what happens to those immortals. They're called immortal for a reason. Now, the nice thing about being on a bat is that we don't have to worry about our zone of control, although racing all the way over there is probably not the best. Okay, we can... Let's charge in here, give him a bit of a strike. Get our hit points back. We could take a pop at you. I mean, the other option is... you're kind of all in cover as well, aren't you? Oh, you are so annoying. Alright, let's charge in here and hit these guys. kind of want to tie them up so they can't do anything else. And I also... I don't really want to attack you. I just want to be near you. Because that will reduce your status. So you've got -1, which means it's going to be much easier for us to swing in here. Problem is, that does put me right next to all of these guys, which does make it a little bit dicey. But I mean, worst case... I kind of feel like I don't want to... I just want to give you a little bite. Because we've got a 60% chance to dominate. Which failed. But at least we got the hit points back. Alright, may as well hit you then. Never mind, it was worth a punt. Oh, and they're frozen. What a win. Okay, that's a 45% chance, but we could do this, which is a 100% chance. You are frozen, so I don't need to worry about you. So let's do you. And then we can potentially take some pot shots. Tell you what, we could teleport, couldn't we? So if we teleport over there, we get a 50% chance. Alternatively, we could then swing over there and get 2 shots with 90. Yeah, they didn't like that. And then we can swing over here, take you out. Okay. I could do a spell. We could do the Rite of Bloodletting and, like, just deal damage to everyone. I like this. You might be a... I mean, everyone could potentially wail on Perdita, but even if they do, she will teleport away. They'll try... Oh, what are they doing? Are they going to stab themselves? Uh-huh. How'd that work out for you? Yeah, that's all they did. They just stabbed themselves. A bold play. So these guys have an ability where they can stab themselves, deal some damage to themselves, and then I think at the end of their turn they die, but they deal more damage. But by stabbing themselves, all they've managed to achieve is doing some more damage to themselves because they can't actually move without dying. So they just died. Look, it's not what I would have done, but hey. We could do a corpse eat. I mean, I could just buff myself. I think what we're going to do... I'm going to meander up here. Now, I could... Tell you what, if we actually... If we... Hang on. If I... Can I... Oh, I don't think I can bite the undead, can I? So there's no point. Oh, fuck, just kill him. You know, you can't really suck bone, can you? Can you? Asking for a friend? Big heals, very nice. You can come in here. Or crits. And you can come in here to help out. It's nice big heals, 65% chance, not bad. And you succeeded. Nice work. Can you... I mean... Yeah, that's fine. Shoot them. Okay, well there's not many of them left, which means running away... pretty easy. It's a shame. Would have liked to have got those blood priests. But, never mind. Who hasn't moved? Oh, you haven't moved. Oh, you can't even reach them. What are you going to do, little guys? Oh, you're just going to be sad. Okay. Oh, and you're going to kill them. Well, got bad news for you. They don't care. Oh, although you did explode them into blood parasites. But they don't care, because they'll be back. Yeah, I can't bite you, can I? No, target cannot be affected. Right, but what I can do is I can do blood empowerment. I just want to see how much damage I can do. And this one. And then I can do 30 damage 3 times. Yeah, I'll do it. Got the brutal pike of the assassin. Okay, we've got assassin strike, which single melee so fatal damage, loses health up to 100%. Okay. I mean, this doesn't act. The thing is, this doesn't actually do. It does flanking though. Marked. Okay, inflicts marked, which reduces evasion, which is okay, I guess. You have claimed the blood glass. You hear a deep sigh as the ghost appears once more. I betrayed my pale prince, tried to take a rose by force. We fought, she continues. My chaos met his shadow. In our final moment, I cursed him and his roses. He consumed me in his rage. I did not know. He had been growing a rose for me all along. Ah, the classic tale. Now, I mean, if you'd just been a little bit more patient, love, you would have been fine. On the other hand, this relationship does sound significantly toxic, so you're probably better out of it. Even if you're now dead. Now I can rest, and I give you my weapon to grant him the same relief. The witch disappears, the scent of roses fading with her memory. We gain the item Memento Amori. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Right, we can have your scholars chronicle the story, guide the lost soul on her way to the astral sea, or drain the witch of her essence. Yeah. Suck her dry. Okay, so we get a nice news. We got the Memento, which is a tier 4 weapon, which does look a little bit weird, but that's okay. 888. It has undead slayer, so 40% damage to undead units. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Not gonna lie. I mean, the brutal bite of this assassin actually isn't bad. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, no one can use it, but we do have the blood roses now, which is very nice. It's going to give us a nice little boost of draft, so our draft's looking pretty good. And we've completed our first quest, and we're starting to look at areas to expand to. We need to clear up those infestations, and also go and beat up our friends. Well, beat up this city so they'll be our friends. That's going to have to wait until next time, though. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.